What's going on, everyone? Trust the Buzz here. If you're new to the channel, I make sure all the Hornets content. So if that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. If you cannot tell by the thumbnail title of this video, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Charlotte Hornets losing 127-97 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, did I expect us to win this game? No. But did I expect this game to get out of hand the way it did? No. Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington did absolutely nothing. And that kind of worries me for the future of this team. I'm already kind of worried. I'm already skeptical. I've had people yell at me and say it's only November, but this team is trash. LaMelo Ball did his thing, of course, dropping 30, maybe even more than that. I think it was like 37, 36, something like that. Miles Bridges in his first game back after basically not playing for 500 days or 600 days or whatever it was. I think he played pretty well, and then he guarded Giannis extremely well. They had to take PJ off him and put Miles on him because PJ wasn't doing anything. And then Mark Williams, once again, was getting killed by the 5-out. So it's just frustrating right now because we're told this is a playoff team, and I'm tired of hearing the injury bug. We're always injured. We're always injured. Teams always deal with injury. But the guys we have, the guys we rely on, I don't see it. I just don't. I don't see, like, PJ Washington wants to be an offensive-minded guy too much for his role to work. He doesn't want to play defense like that. He doesn't want to be the hard body like kind of guy like Grant Williams. I know people are like, oh, they're arguing about who's better. As far as like a fit for a team, who would I pick? I would pick Grant Williams. As far as just like an individual player, remove teams away from it, PJ Washington is the better player. But we need a Grant Williams. We need a guy to get in your face. We need a guy to play defense. We need a guy to hit corner threes. PJ struggles with a lot of that. He doesn't. There was a play, I think it was like late in the fourth, where he got the ball at the 3-point line. He pump faked, someone jumped, and he kind of just moved over and shot the three. He didn't do anything else. That he didn't try to drive and kick or nothing. He just chucked up the three, and there was still a lot of time left on the clock. So it's just we don't have roles. We keep getting killed on the 5-out. And that's because Mark Williams isn't quick enough. And I'm being lenient on Mark Williams because he's still, to me, games played wise, he's a rookie. He hasn't played 82 games yet. I know technically he's not a rookie, but still, he still hasn't played his 82 games. But what Mark Williams is doing essentially, like, for example, in this game, he would be out guarding Brook Lopez. Then he have to run back because whoever else is on the perimeter is not defending. And usually it was either Gordon Hayward or PJ. So then he has to run back, try to defend the rim. And then, of course, a guard like Malik Beasley, Damian Lillard is going to kick it out to Brook. Brook's going to hit. Brook's going to swing and hit Malik Beasley, like whatever the case may be. And it's just a mess right now. It really is. It really is. Our defense is a mess. Our team is a mess. There is no, once we get everybody back and healthy, we're going to be good. No, there's not. Because we're thinking of, to me, and this is my opinion, and you can disagree. That's exactly what we're here for. That's exactly what we talk about on this channel. But for me, it's a lot of theory. In theory, this team is supposed to be better than what it is. Is it supposed to be this great team? Not really, because they don't fit. They do not fit at all. What you expect them to be, what you want them to be, yes, they do fit. You expect PJ Washington to kind of be a guy that can hit some corner threes and really just mainly be kind of your defensive mainstay, be able to play small ball 5, but he doesn't rebound. He doesn't defend. He doesn't take contact well. He doesn't hit at an efficient enough rate. Gordon Hayward, you kind of want him to be your connector, kind of be like how Malik Beasley was tonight, where, okay, you're playing, Giannis is having a tough game for a while there. Dame was having a tough game. Malik Beasley, can you hit at least until Dame starts hitting? Sure, got you. That is what Gordon Hayward does, but instead we're running offense through him for some reason, and he's chucking up the same mid-range shot over the high-arcing mid-range shot over and over and over again, and I don't get the point, especially considering that Gordon Hayward, to me, is a pretty good passer. I don't know why you're not trying to run the offense like that through Gordon Hayward instead of trying to set up shots for him. It just doesn't make any sense. And I know Gordon Hayward had those games earlier in the season, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's gone. I'm not saying he can't score anymore. All I am saying is that there's no way you're telling me a playoff team is using 2023, 2024 Gordon Hayward as a go-to scorer. And yes, we are injured, but I don't think it matters. I think they're going to continue doing it. And it was because that's what they do. It just doesn't make any sense. Gordon Hayward also doesn't really provide anything else outside of his offense. we don't have enough defense to do, you know what I'm saying? We don't have enough defense to have guys who are solely focused on offense. Terry Rozier, I like him. I like his effort. I think he's a tough shot taker, but he also makes tough shots. I like Terry Rozier and how he like presents himself. I like kind of the energy he brings. We need guys like that. However, his thing is scoring. His thing is ISO scoring. I think and we've seen, I said it so many times on this channel, he is a terrific, in my opinion, off-ball scorer. And when he does that, when he scores off-ball, it increases our chances of winning. But that's still not his game. His game is ISO scoring. And as late as this is in his career, of course he can change. Speaking of the Milwaukee Bucks, we saw Brook Lopez go from a post scorer to what he is now, which is like a 3-and-D center. And he also was killing us in the post a little bit. It's just tough. It's just tough because you look at the team. We're top heavy. We constantly are injured. Our main guys just do not fit well together. They just don't. The idea of them do, like I said, but they just don't. There's no reason that we should be getting killed by the 5 out this way, but it makes sense because we don't have anybody else to defend. And I know some people want to throw blame on LaMelo Ball. Fine. Like LaMelo Ball could improve on defense. However, when you're in whole offense by yourself, the other guys are supposed to kind of take that initiative, take that narrative and be like, look, dude, you literally provide 50 to 60, maybe even 70 points a game to us overall, not scoring, but through your assists, through your scoring, through the opportunities you create for us by driving and kicking or whatever the case may be. You provide a lot of points for us. We can at least step it up on the defensive end. No, everybody wants to score. And that's kind of the problem. And then we have Steve Clifford, who that's not really working well. I don't know. I know I've seen some people say that Mitch Kupchak is the reason why Steve Clifford can't really get into the rotations he wants to. That's why Steve Clifford is running offense through Gordon Hayward. That's why Steve Clifford is telling everybody to overhelp, which that was killing us in this game. I don't know, but there's so much wrong with this team that it's really honestly beyond basketball. And the theory of the team, yes, I 100% agree. We're supposed to be a playoff team. But what these guys actually are, no. And then we're seeing guys like Brandon Miller, who is being asked to guard Jalen Brunson, Damian Lillard, Luka, Kyrie, Jordan Poole, Kyle Kuzma, all these guys, Chris Middleton. And yet we don't reward him on offense. And all we do is just sit him in a corner and be like, all right, we're going to pass it to you every now and then. We expect you to hit. No, rookies got to get in a rhythm, especially a rookie who his thing was scoring. Yes, we saw his tools as far as like physically and said, okay, he could probably be a pretty good defender. And he's shown that. I think he's an excellent defender. I think he gets caught up on the screens a little too much. And also I still can't quite figure out why he gets in foul trouble the way he does. I know he plays like, he doesn't know how to kind of adjust and slow down and speed up on defense. I think that gets him caught up a little bit. But I still need to figure out why he gets so many calls on him as far as fouling. But either way, the point is we have a guy we've seen is a talented scorer. Like in the beginning of the New York Knicks game, they were giving him the ball. And what was he doing? Scoring. But instead, no. I've seen at the beginning of this game, Brandon Miller go sit in the corner, and we're going to keep giving the ball to Gordon Hayward. It just doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Gordon Hayward is too old, too fragile, too many injuries to just be that guy. Have him be the guy. Like I said, how Malik Beasley was tonight. There was nothing wrong with that. In that position, Gordon Hayward is going to have those games where he drops 30, 25, 28, 26. And I know people may say, okay, well, look, Terry Rozier is going to be coming back. We got Miles Bridges back. Gordon Hayward may fit in that role. I need to see it to believe it because that's where I am with this team. I'm tired of thinking this is what they're going to do. They do the opposite, and then we're stuck. Because that's what they've been doing the last 4 years, like with LaMelo. There's no reason why we have LaMelo Ball. We knew what he does. We know what type of player he is. And we never built a team that is made to fit around him. All we did was just get a group of talented guys and put them together. We didn't build a cohesive team. And it's showing. It's showing right now. And as a team with play-in hopes, we look more like a rebuilding team. However, we are not because we're paying Terry Rozier a lot of money. Gordon Hayward still is getting paid $30 million. And I know he's an expiring, but still, and we're going to the guy who's an expiring who more than likely will not be on the team next year over the number 2 overall pick, which if you're telling me this is a playoff team and it doesn't look like a playoff team, it doesn't make any sense. How is Brandon Miller ever going to grow if we cannot admit where we are? If we keep constantly saying we're a playoff team, we're a playoff team, we're a playoff team, and then we're not helping our number 2 overall pick develop, then what? He's developed, like, the way they expect him to develop is kind of be like a side piece. Sit in the corner and develop. No, he needs to play. He needs to make mistakes. He needs to miss. He needs to do all this. But instead, they give him the ball 2 times a quarter and expect him to hit. And then I see people like, oh, well, he's not hitting offensively. Yeah, but it's hard to get in a rhythm when you're not getting. I'm not saying feed him the ball. I'm not saying make him the only shooter. But I am saying that we need to get our rookie more involved. He's here to stay. Gordon Hayward is not. So that was like one of the biggest things I saw tonight, outside of just the piss poor defense, is that our team, each individual guy, you look at them, I can say they're pretty talented. They deserve a role. They deserve a spot in the NBA. As a cohesive unit and comparing what they do together, and as I see what they do, not what they're projected to do, this team doesn't fit at all. And that's why we're struggling the way we are. That's why we can't win the way we want to win. But anyway, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Like I said, talented team. We are just not a cohesive team. And if we want to be a playoff team, we need to be cohesive. That's why we haven't been making the playoffs. That's why we see us go to the play-in, because the talent will get you only so far. But we're not doing the X's and O's right. We don't have stability in the front office. We don't have, just competency throughout our team and the front office. It's going to keep happening. And I know it's 3-8. The season just started. I've seen this movie before. I've seen it time and time again. And hopefully it changes this offseason, because it's not going to change during the season. If anything, I just hope the Hornets realize who they are early and make changes early. That's it. That's all I ask for this season. Realize who you are. Realize the players you have. Realize the cards you're dealt. Because right now, what we've seen time and time again is the Hornets think they're better than who they are, and then they get hit in the mouth constantly, over and over again. Talent can only take you so far. And right now, based on what we've been through as Hornets fans through the past couple of years, what we saw when we went 43-39, we're supposed to be 6 seed up. Nowhere near that right now. Nowhere near that. The defense is terrible. All you got to do is run 5 out against us, and it's over with. So I don't know what you do. You got to make changes. The answer to our problems is not on this roster.